to provide the authorization, we have to create application roles. Now for that, we first move into the MongoDB app and we go to the app roles and we define three app roles. First one is the reader. So let's call it employee.reader. Now here we have to choose the rules will be the roles will be attached to whom, right? Whether it is the user or groups, or it's going to be the application or both. So these are going to be attached to the user or groups. So description and value is the one that will go into the right. So we have created our first role, employee.reader, and I'll pause the video and I'll create the other two as well. So now we have created all our three roles, employee reader, employee writer, and employee admin. Now when the token is generated, the value field is the one that is injected into the token, right? So these are the values, employee.reader, employee.writer, and employee.admin will be injected into the scope. Now these values can be anything, the display name, but I've just kept them same for this demo. Okay, so now once the roles are created, we will go ahead and attach them to the users. Now to do that, we have to go to the enterprise application section on the Azure, right? So you go to the enterprise application section and look for your MongoDB app. Now what happens is whenever you register an application, right, when you create a registered app, there is a corresponding enterprise application which is generated for it, and this is the one that was created when we created our registered app, MongoDB app. Okay, so let's go into this one. Now in this one, we have to go to the users and groups, and we will add the users, right? So let's first select our user. Now you remember from the first video that we have already created three users for our demo, right? So one is the reader. We'll select this user and we will select the role. Now here we will get three roles which we just created, and we want to attach it to this role. Now if you're wondering why it is per user per role, it's not like that. It's just that in my AD license, the free license that I'm using, I cannot create groups. Okay, but otherwise this blade will allow you to create and attach groups as well. Okay, so here we will use writer, assign, and the same I will do for the admin, and the name of the user was emp admin. Right, now that's all we have to do. Now we go to the our Postman and see what happens when we get the token this time, right? So let's go ahead, clear the cache and log in again, right? We don't have to do anything else now in this app. Let's use a different user. Let's say writer. All right, so this is the first time I'm logging in, so that's why I'm presented this screen to accept the permissions. We'll proceed and we get this token. So now let's look at this token details. We are not going to run anything over here. We'll just go and right. So okay. So this is the thing that we wanted, right? So we logged in as a writer user, and now we have roles coming back to us in the token, right? So employee.writer, and this is the role that we can utilize when we allow or disallow API execution. Okay,